People want show the message, release the messages, show the messages. What are we in second grade?
Alright, so recently Dr.Disrespect came back with a stream basically claiming his innocence. To be honest with you, everybody including myself was just waiting for him to drop the whisper messages, but for some reason he just refuses to do so. Everyone's biggest problem right now is that there is no victim coming out and there is no proof or any evidence of the messages. But at this point I don't know if it even matters because he did admit to it in his previous statements. In my opinion, since he's withholding the information in the messages, it seems like he's guilty. It really just feels like he's scrambling to save his image.
For almost 4 years, the public demanded to hear from the doc regarding the Twitch suspension. I guess since you all missed the point with my personal statement.
For those of you who didn't read his personal statement that he made 2 months ago, in that message he does say that he inappropriately messaged a minor, or that the messages could have leaned on, inappropriate topics. It's insane that there's a 40-year-old man with a wife, kids, a family, and he's out here talking to little kids online. He's so undefendable that even his homies, his day ones, are still adamant that they do not support him and that he's a scumbag piece of shit. It's shocking to me that he still wants fame, he still wants to stream, he still wants all of this, even though, he's made his money, he's made his bread, he can get the fuck out whenever he wants, but he decides that he still wants to be in it. I wonder how it feels for him to go from being, a freak of genetics, 2-time champion, all the other things he says to glaze himself, and then be reduced to a PDF file.
Maybe it's time to tell my side of the story. You see, there was a lawsuit pending, and as part of that arbitration, all parties were not allowed to speak publicly about the case. My lawsuit against Twitch was eventually resolved, as you all know. But even then, as part of the settlement, all parties were still prohibited from speaking publicly about the case or the settlement. But apparently, Twitch's own disgruntled employees didn't feel the need to abide by those same Cody Connors, ex-Twitch employee, wasn't even involved, leaks Twitch's reported reason. Years later, Cody, why do this? What was the point?
In my opinion, I don't care if the messages were 4 years ago, 8 years ago, 10 years ago. The fact is that he did send those messages, once a predator, pretty much always a predator, I can't really put it past you at that point. The guy was let go from Twitch, so maybe it was a better opportunity for him to talk about it then and there. I don't think that this is the gotcha moment he thinks it is, because we can't prove that Cody was doing this for clout or something like that. I'm pretty sure that is the angle he is going with this, that, he did it for clout and that he's gonna lie because he wants money. It's pretty dumb overall because if he wants to be proved innocent, just show the messages. If you didn't do anything wrong, just show the messages. It's very simple, but for some reason he likes to tiptoe around it and he wants to convince us in the most unconventional way possible.
This was settled professionally, and you, knowing how black and white the internet is, you decided, you fucking rat, to leak the reported reason Twitch banned me in 2020.
He could really clear his name right now if he wanted to. All he had to do was just release the messages, but he refuses to do so.
I mean, for what, Cody? Why? Did you not know the repercussions of accusing me, Cody Connors? You see, you don't know shit, and it was obvious from your tweet. You didn't have any firsthand knowledge of my dispute with Twitch. You said that I got banned from Twitch because I was sexting a minor through Whisper's messages? Do you even know what the legal definition of sexting is? I do.
I'm not surprised that he knows what the definition of sexting is. I'm also not surprised that he probably knows the age of consent in every fucking country.
And yeah, I used Twitch's whispers, but trust me, I wasn't sexting anyone. You also said the word minor, Cody. I even made sure that word was emphasized in my statement.
In his first post, he called it an individual, then he edited it to say minor, then he deleted it.
Just to make sure these so-called journalists would pick up on it. And boy, oh boy, did they ever, champs. When you and all these so-called journalists, Cody, fired off your tweets, did any of you consider that the Twitch user may have been over the legal age of consent at the time of the messages?
You see, this is exactly the shit I'm talking about. Why would you say that it was a minor then, if it wasn't? That is the confusing part, because it's like, why are you LARPing as a PDF file, when in reality, you're innocent, right? That's what you claim. So show your innocence. I don't know why he's going on this like, whoa, the internet is bad because they claimed I was this, and I don't want to prove my innocence, but I'm innocent.
You also tried to tell the world that I was trying to meet up with this user at TwitchCon, but you're wrong.
He is wrong. In fact, it was PAX East.
Let's set the record straight. I never intended to meet this user ever. We never made plans to meet at TwitchCon or anywhere else, and in fact, never met. Your bullshit accusations gave false courage to other former Twitch employees to make shit up as well.
Having multiple Twitch employees come out and say that the allegations are true or whatever, that there is some validity to them, probably means that he isn't innocent, to be honest with you. If we have 10 people saying that this dude, did something, and we have him saying, well, I actually didn't, I mean,
I suspect all of you sort of planned and coordinated this attack.
But why though? I don't understand why people would plan an attack on a streamer who really hasn't done anything to them unless you are this monster that they say you are.
Then what they conveniently left out is 1. Twitch's trust and safety team. The same employees that decided to ban me internally admitted that the whisper messages were not sexting. And 2. Twitch's trust and safety team. The same employees that decided to ban me internally acknowledged that the whispers did not constitute child sexual abuse material CSAM.
But still, as a 40-year-old man, why the fuck are you texting teenage girls, bro? Even if it wasn't sexual, bro, you're still a loser for doing some sorry shit like that.
Neither I nor the Twitch user exchanged any sexual graphic messages or images. Cody Connors and these other anonymous sources are trying to paint a picture that I was exchanging sexually explicit messages and photos with this Twitch user. That never happened. I even used the word inappropriate purposely. And look at how it was defined by everyone, champs, including these defaming articles. Mutual bantering with inappropriate jokes taken out of context should have never led to me getting banned from Twitch in the first place.
Wow, so he finally gives us something we can actually go off of now. If what he says is true and that basically it was just jokes and that he was just bantering with someone, then to be honest with you, he's very dumb for doing this whole wild out shit for no reason when he could just show the messages, you know, even if it's some edgy joke. We don't care, as long as you're not a fucking groomer.
How would each of you look if all of your private DMs, your text messages, your chats were looked at, dissected, and taken out of context by someone who's deliberately trying to find something inappropriate in those words? And this is not a situation where a victim publicly accuses someone of wrongdoing. That never happened here.
And to be honest with you, this little bit of logic that he spit right now is enough to convince some people on Twitter that he's innocent, which is insane.
Allegations that Twitch made against me as a half-baked reason for justifying their actions of suspending and shutting down my channel. Allegations that Twitch made without even a legal analysis of whether the whisper messages were legal. You see, I engage with my community. I engage with other streamers. And through Twitch Whispers, I communicate with Twitch users. Conversations that consisted of a variety of playing games and gaming politics, content creation, random stuff. This was the extent of my whispers with this Twitch user.
And I just find it hard that after 4 years, someone would randomly come out and just say that this dude is a PDF out and that this dude was doing inappropriate things on messages with a minor. At this point, we're already like 10 minutes into his stream where he was already addressing this. And to be honest, he hasn't really said much. It's kind of a nothing burger. But it's still shocking to me that there is genuine people that believe that he is innocent, that he's playing 4D chess. People actually believe that he did all this so he can sue people and get a lot of money in return. It just feels weird because why would someone come out 4 years after the fact and then be like, oh yeah, this dude did something weird, and then him play into it so he can get money out of it instead of, you know, clearing his name, explaining the situation, basically getting the heat off his back. But he rather, you know, LARP as a PDF file and try to play this whole gotcha thing like he's some genius. When in reality, I just can't believe it. At this point, it's really either you want to believe a Twitch employee or you want to believe Dr.Disrespect. And he hasn't done anything to prove anything besides, you know, really just speak. And he can say whatever he wants, but that doesn't make it true at the same time. We haven't really seen any facts. We haven't seen any messages. So at this point, we can't really say whether or not he is a PDF file, groomer, or anything like that, or if he's just some weird loser that was, you know, texting some minors because he's just a weird loser. People have been saying, why doesn't Twitch release the messages? And to be honest with you, why would they? It just looks bad for them because they banned him and they didn't tell anyone what the reason was. If they were caught harboring someone, you know, that was doing inappropriate messages with a minor, then that is a pretty bad look on them. He said he plans to sue everybody and that he's going to return to streaming full time and apply for YouTube monetization within the month.
Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitted they did not perform any legal analysis of whether the messages exchanged were illegal in any way. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me while admitting that they never investigated the age of consent in the jurisdiction where the user's messages were sent and received. Twitch makes this decision to terminate my contract and ban me without ever interviewing me, the user, or any other third party, including the partner manager. It's fucking unbelievable!
And at this point, honestly, I just want to see some proof. I really just want to see what happened. I want to know the real story, you know, what did happen. At this point, it's he say, they say. There's no evidence, there's no proof for any of this. So we can't say for certain whether or not he is guilty or innocent. The fact that he did say that he inappropriately texted a minor, deleted it, you know, reposted it, did all these weird little things, it just shows that he probably is guilty and that he's scrambling to make a new story so he can basically, you know, save his image. My personal thoughts on this is that he is guilty and that Twitch is also, you know, a scummy platform, but everybody already knows that. Fuck Twitch, honestly. Even then, we still have Tim the Tap Man, Dr. Lupo, staying adamant that, you know, he is guilty and that he is what they say he is. Now, what's funny is that Nick Merckx, you know, someone who was associated with Dr. Disrespect, has basically been on his ass ever since the allegations came out. This Dr. Disrespect is married with children pushing 40 and missed a texting a minor inappropriately. His words, not mine, so I cut ties because obviously that is inexcusable. Now I'm a friend for not having his back. Bunch of brain rot morons on this app. One thing about Nick Merckx is that he doesn't really care who he calls out. He's pretty base, whether it be, calling out Dr. Disrespect, making a video reacting to the whole most critical situation. He speaks from the perspective of a new father, and honestly, I can respect all his takes. All his takes, are genuine. And to be honest, it's just crazy to me that people would rather him be a good friend than a good person. So if all the people that were close to him are all saying that this is true, to be honest with you, this is probably true. The whole situation is just very confusing because he claims he's playing 4D chess, but honestly, it just looks like he's trying to do a cover-up. Within time, we'll see the outcome of this, but for right now, no one really knows. And if you made it to the end of the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing. It really helps out the channel. It's been Tosei. See ya.